PM Tun Dr Mahathir Mohamad warns that many of the figures on the country's financial position may be false. While he did not give any details, he says there is a need to determine how much of it is inaccurate. Mahathir was responding to a request for a fresh forecast on Malaysia's economic growth. Meanwhile, the newly minted PM dismissed concerns about a possible credit rating downgrade for Malaysia. The country will implement zero-rated GST starting June 1st, sparking worry that the maneuver will curb Putrajaya's revenue. However, Mahathir believes there is nothing to worry about, as higher oil prices and lower government expenditure will offset the loss in income. The investigation into the 1MDB fiasco has shifted into high gear. Firstly, the Council of Eminent Persons has set up a committee to look into the scandal. 5 people have been appointed as members, including former AG Tan Sri Abu Talib Osman, Faris Rabidin of Indonesia's Financial Services Authority, and C4 founder Cynthia Gabriel. Meanwhile, former MACC Deputy Chief Commissioner Dato Sri Shukri Abdul has been named to head the anti-graft agency. He went on mandatory retirement in 2016 when he was investigating 1MDB. Police also conducted an almost 18-hour raid on former Prime Minister Dato Sri Abdul Razak's residence in Kuala Lumpur and took away some personal items, including handbags. As for Bank Negara, the central bank says it is waiting for more transparent data from the Finance Ministry before it can reopen investigations into 1MDB. Property player SP Setia is planning to roll out 5.5 billion ringgit worth of local and overseas projects by the second half of the year. President and Chief Dato CJ Koh says these include Penang Maiden Project Setia Fontaines. As for the third quarter, the group plans to launch luxury high-rise Daintree residence at Toh Tuck Road in Singapore. SP Setia clinched sales of 1.11 billion ringgit in the first quarter. Koh says the zero-rated GST in June may bode well for the group by boosting the local home buyer sentiment. Petronas Gas saw first quarter earnings rise 4.3% to 483.2 million ringgit on the back of a higher top line. Revenue climbed 15.5% to 1.35 billion ringgit, thanks mainly to the group's new LNG regasification terminal in Pengerang, Johor, which started operations in November 2017. It declared an interim dividend of 16 cents per share, about 7% higher compared with 15 cents per share a year ago. On its prospects, the group will continue to engage with the Energy Commission to finalise the tariff guidelines for gas transportation and regasification services beyond 2018. It sees a stable performance going forward with existing strong and sustainable income streams. Sime Darby Property is partnering Japan's Mitsui & Co. and Mitsubishi Estate to jointly develop a 530 million ringgit industrial facilities project in Klang, Selangor. The development spans 39 acres and will feature warehouses and logistics facilities. This is in fact the third time the trio is working together, after having previously collaborated in projects in China and the States. Sime Darby Managing Director Dato Sri Amrin Avaluddin says the project in Bandar Bukit Raja is part of the group's strategy to unlock the value of its lands. The project will enhance the group's earnings base by tapping into Mitsui's vast experience and network in industrial logistics. This venture will also enable Sime to increase recurring income, attract more economic activity, increase employment, and spur demand for housing products. Sime Darby Property will hold a 50% stake in a JV vehicle, and Mitsui will hold the remaining 50%.